Colorado lawmakers trying to wrap their heads around how to make up for federal dollars that will not reach the state.
We've shared how cuts to Medicaid and education funding are expected to impact the state budget. Now it turns out no tax on tips and overtime could also hurt. For tipped workers, the federal law provides a deduction for the first $25,000 in tips, meaning workers can reduce their federal taxable income by $25,000. And those earning overtime pay can deduct up to $12,500. All those deductions are tied to how much tip workers will now file in state tax returns.
Your political reporter Sean Boyd with us now tonight. Sean, these deductions pile on to our state's budget problems. This will certainly be felt.
Yeah, it will have a big impact. Overall, the state is anticipating a $1 billion hit from a year from the new law. And that doesn't include cuts to Medicaid, which, as I've reported, could run as much as $2.5 billion a year, which is why Governor Polis is considering calling the legislature back into session next month to make cuts. A week after President Trump signed his big, beautiful bill into law, state economists are still unpacking what it means for Colorado. Early estimates are the state will lose between $600 and $800 million over the next year in tax revenue. $200 million of that due to new tax deductions for overtime pay and tips. But starting next year, the overtime provision won't apply in Colorado due to a new state law.
And then to turn around and see that Colorado is adding back a tax on overtime in the state of Colorado is just, it's nauseating to me.
Republican Congressman Gabe Evans is backing a ballot measure that would block the law from taking effect and prevent state taxes on tips, too.
I haven't heard anybody talking about wanting to do that. That has never come up in any of the policy decisions.
Senator Judy Amabile, a member of the Joint Budget Committee, says Democrats have no intention of trying to upend the tax deduction for tips. But she says the tax breaks come with a cost.
We're going to have to look at K through 12, transportation, infrastructure, roads and bridges. All of that will be impacted by these massive budget cuts.
Whenever Democrats say cuts, what they usually mean is cut on increases.
Evans says the state budget has grown by more than 50% in 7 years.
That is a direct result of the taxing, the spending, the feeing, the increasing of the state of Colorado trying to reach into people's pockets and take more money out.
We have been extremely responsible with taxpayer money, and we have not ever overspent our budget. We cannot. We have to have a balanced budget every year.
While many of the changes in the law don't take effect for at least another year, some, like the tax deductions for overtime and tips, took effect as soon as the president signed the bill into law, which is why my sources tell me a special session is very likely. Colorado's fiscal year just started, and it will be easier to make cuts now than 6 months from now. But again, the legislature will not change the taxes on tips and overtime in the special session. Instead, I am told that the tax deductions for businesses are going to have the biggest impact on the state budget, and we certainly could see lawmakers tackle some of those during the special session. You know, and I talk about, the loss in revenue due to the tax cuts, but there are also up to $200 million a year in new expenditures due to changes in Medicaid and food stamps. So it's kind of like it's a double whammy. That's why we're talking up to $1 billion a year of a hit to our state budget.
No doubt a lot that they need to get sorted out, Sean.
Yes.
Thank you.